Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Martin with Belvoir Auto Spa, and this is going to be my review, demonstration, etc. of Vonix V-Plastic ceramic coating trim, basically a coating and trim restorer. And yeah, we're going to go over some things here. We're going to talk about how to apply it, show you how to apply it, etc., etc. It's going to be pretty straightforward. So this was sent to me by Detailground. So shout out to Detailground, thanks for sending me this. They are the sponsor of this video, so we're going to have a quick sponsor segment here. So Detailground, they were kind enough to give any of my viewers 10% off. Check the link in the description below, as well as the discount code, 10% off anything on their site. So Detailground is a store and detail shop based out of Orlando, Florida. They've got a wholesale program, they've got some same-day shipping. If you're in the Orlando area, granted you meet their minimum requirement, they have all those details on there. They sell all kinds of chemicals and equipment. So Vonix, obviously, but here's the whole range of products that they sell, all the major brands. So they got Flex, Group A's, Max Shine, IK, MTM, Lake Country, Vonix, of course, CarPro, Geon, Griot's, Sonax, PNS, and some other things. So they're a one-stop shop. They've got everything. Chemicals, microfibers, applicators, polishers, compounds, you name it, they've got it, and they've got all the top brands. So check them out, get 10% off your order, and you know, anything that you buy helps them out, helps the channel out, so we definitely appreciate it. So I just wanted to go over the Vonix V line real quick. So this is V-Plastic. For this, 50 milliliter is $39.99. They also have a 20 milliliter for $29.99. There's a few things to note about this. On the exterior, this lasts up to 3 years. Again, it depends on how you care for your car. You can stretch that out even further if it's a garage kept car, you know, whatever the situation is. You can also use this on interior plastics, and on interior plastics, it will last up to 5 years. Keep in mind that's just plastics, not leather, not vinyl, anything like that. Just interior plastics. So if you've got any plastic on the interior of your vehicle, whatever type of vehicle you may have, you can use this on the inside as well. If you apply this thick without wiping it off, you'll get a glossier finish. If you apply it thin, or basically you apply it and wipe it off, you're going to get a nice satin matte finish. That's what I'm going to go for. That's my preferred look. And it works on black plastics, gray plastics. And what makes this different from a regular ceramic coating is plastic coatings are made to really soak in and absorb into the plastic, where your typical ceramic coating is made for glossy painted surfaces. They do have those guys, so they've got the whole line of ceramic coatings. They've got V-Energy, which is an engine coating, it's high temperature resistant. They've got V-Light and V-Light Pro for headlights. They've got V-Paint and V-Paint Pro. So V-Paint is a 2-year coating, V-Paint Pro is a 5-year coating for paint. And then they've also got V-Leather for the leather surfaces on the interior. So again, they've got the whole lineup, and they've got all these other products that I've done videos on already. Great company, great products, great stuff. Their waxes are awesome. Their coatings, we're going to see, I'm sure they're awesome. All their sealants have been awesome. Even their interior cleaner, Sintra, is great. And they even sell Sintra concentrated. That's Sintra Pro in the back, so you dilute that to make bottles of this. That'll really stretch out. That's all the info on Detailground and Vonix. So Vonix, guys, if you haven't heard of this brand before, Vonix is a brand that is established in Brazil. They have been there for a long time. They own, you know, they manufacture their own chemicals, and they also own a carnauba palm tree plantation. So they do produce their own high quality carnauba. So all their carnauba waxes, like Blend, which is a ceramic blend of carnauba wax, and then Native, which is just pure high quality carnauba wax, that came straight from them. They made it, okay? They didn't source the carnauba from wherever it comes from, which most of it comes from Brazil. They harvested the trees, the leaves themselves, refined the wax. So take a look at the box. I do love their branding. I mean, you can see all their stuff here. Looks very professional. I compare this brand to CarPro a lot. CarPro is a Korean brand. Vonix is a I almost said Portuguese. Vonix is a Brazilian brand. They're like Brazil's CarPro. Nothing but high quality coming out of there. If you're familiar with CarPro's brand, then you know that Vonix is really high quality. But the packaging looks immaculate. They've got the instructions on the back here if you want to pause and read all that. But yeah, this is a ceramic coating for plastic and a trim restorer. So it restores and protects plastic. So you open it up, you got your bottle here. They give you a few applicators that are branded, which is very nice, very fancy. And then they give you the bottle here. So this is, let me get that focus, come on. There we go, 50 milliliters. It's got the instructions here in both Portuguese and English. And if you are a Spanish speaker, you can probably understand the Portuguese. Those languages are very similar. But yeah, how to use. So we're gonna clean the plastic off. So using a surface prep such as, I'm probably saying this wrong, but Revelax and a microfiber towel to remove any unwanted residue, excess products. Apply the product evenly thin with a foam applicator over the entire surface. For less shine, remove excess with a clean and dry microfiber towel. If necessary, apply a second coat after 3 hours. The partial curing, the product is in 6 hours. Do not wet or wash the vehicle for that product. The total curing time is 72 hours. So after 6 hours, this will be safe to go driving if it's rainy or whatever. And then after 72 hours, you're good. It's fully cured. You can wash it, whatever you need to do. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to use, this is how we're going to prep, right? So I did just wash the vehicle, and we're just going to do a section here. We're not going to go over the whole vehicle. It's my mother-in-law's Explorer, which I've polished with Blend. And Blend also has an all-in-one polish. I forgot to take it out of the cabinet, but I polished it with Blend all-in-one polish. Looks immaculate. I just washed it, so it's all nice and shiny. But this is a 2012 Ford Explorer, I believe, so it's pretty old. The plastic's looking pretty tired on it, and there's a lot of, cosmetic blemishes and imperfections on it. So I'm not going to go all out on this thing, but she's kind enough to lend me the vehicle. I wash it for her, so she's happy with that. I do other things which she doesn't really care about, so that it works out for me. But that way we can test this product out, see how it looks. And look, they also give you a nice little decal to stick on the vehicle, so you know that it's been coated with Vonix. I'll give you two actually, so I'll probably stick some of these up on my cabinet here. But what we're gonna do, if I can stop making a mess over here. Alright, so we're gonna clean the area off with Vonix Delete. Now Delete is not available in the US yet. Detailground sent me over this to try it out, see how I like it. This is a rubber and plastic cleaner. No, it's tire and rubber cleaner, but this is basically a really, really strong cleaner. Similar to what is it, Carpo Retire, but really strong stuff. This is going to cost you a lot less. This will be out in a few months. I don't have an exact release date, but keep an eye out for it. I'll probably post an announcement once it's available. But I'm going to spray this on the area. I'm going to scrub it with this nylon brush, wipe it off, and then I'm going to use a panel prep. Now I don't have any of Vonix panel prep, so I'm going to use this prep spray that I've got left over. And we'll prep the area, and then we will get to work. So let's get over to the area, get set up, get it scrubbed, clean, and prepped. Alright, so this is going to be our working area right here. So I'm going to coat this arch. I'm also going to do part of this. I'm going to make a line so that way we can check back on it later. I don't think that she's going to be selling this vehicle anytime soon. So I'll be able to check up on it in a few months, see how it's doing. I'm sure it'll hold up fine. So with Delete, right, and just to be able to control overspray, now you prep how you deem necessary. This is how I'm going to do it. Spray a little bit into here, and I'm just going to scrub the plastic. So. The reason I didn't spray on the surface is so I can control my overspray. So I'm going to flip to a clean side of the towel. We're going to get our panel prep spray. And if you don't have prep spray, you can use rubbing alcohol diluted 50-50 with water. It'll work fine on plastic. Alright, and that removes any residue from the cleaner that you used. So that usually evaporates, but I'm going to go over it with another dry section of the towel anyways, just to make sure. Alright, so we got some clean and mostly dry plastic. It's going to air dry here. You can already see it starting to dry right there. I'm going to grab the coating. We're going to let this dry. It'll be dry in a few seconds, and then we'll go ahead and coat the plastic. Alright, so that's all dry. Now if you're using the foam applicator that they provided, or any applicator similar, you're going to want to wear gloves so you don't get this on your hands. But go ahead and crack this bottle open. You can see there's already some crystals forming on the lid here. I don't know how well you can see that. Try to get some shade on it. But no big deal. You don't need super high quality applicators, towels, or anything for plastic because you're not going to scratch the plastic. So we're going to go ahead and put some of this on here. Stuff's having a tough time coming out, but that's alright. Alright, and then we're just going to coat the plastic. Easy. This is the easy part. Now if you're worried about getting it on the paint, you can tape off, mask off the paint. I'm not worried about it, so I'm just going to keep going. Alright, and that's where we're going to put our line. You can see there. I'm going to leave that there. We'll check back on it in a few months. But as you can see, I didn't put a whole lot on this applicator. And it really spreads out easily. So you don't need to really soak it. That's what I like about coatings is coatings go on very thin. They spread very evenly. So because I don't want a high gloss finish, I want more of a satin finish. This is just a cheap microfiber. I'm going to throw it away after. This coating's going to harden in it. But I'm going to wipe it off. Messed up my line a little bit there, but it's good enough. Now I like to wipe it off because that makes sure that it's a nice even finish. You're gonna have to be careful with the type of plastic you have, because some plastics it'll go on evenly easily. Other plastics, if you let it dry without wiping it off, you're gonna have a streaky finish. So test it in an inconspicuous spot and just know your type of plastic. That's all I'm gonna say. But if you want to be safe, to guarantee you're not gonna get streaks, go ahead and wipe it off with a microfiber. But it's easy as that, guys. I'm going to leave it. It's going to cure. And then we'll check back in the future to see how long this lasts. But I mean, it is that easy to use stuff like this. Now, you may be wondering, if you're not familiar with trim coatings, how do I know this stuff's going to last? You can ask any professional detailer. Trim coatings do last, okay? Paint coatings last. Trim coatings definitely last. This isn't, a water-based or salt, or I mean, it is solvent-based, but it's not a water-based or petroleum oil-based dressing. This is a permanent coating, so you're gonna get great results. I mean, just kick the bottle over. Oops, didn't break though. Look at the difference here, and that's gonna stay like that for at least 3 years. pretty impressive. So that's a pretty straightforward, easy application. Looks great. Did the whole arch down to here. Didn't do this section, and that's just going to be for comparison. So like I said, when this thing's got imperfections all over it, you may be able to see in the camera, but this side of the vehicle is not so bad. But you can see like something scraped along there. Not the best vehicle, so we're not going to put in extra amount of effort, but we're still going to make it look nice. But yeah, that's the trim coating. Let's go in for the final thoughts of this stuff. So there we go, guys. Vonix V-Plastic ceramic coating, semi-permanent, long-lasting trim coating, restore, protectant. It can be used for all three. It does all three of them. $39.99 for the 50 milliliter, $25.99 for a 20 milliliter. If you're only going to be doing 1 or 2 vehicles, I'd say get the 20 milliliter. If you're doing this professionally, you're going to be doing a lot of vehicles, go ahead and get yourself the 50 milliliter. This is some pretty good stuff. Everything that Vonix has sent me so far, or Detailground has sent me from Vonix, I have been thoroughly impressed with. Nothing's been a letdown, and I'm not just saying that. If you follow my channel, you know my content, you know I'm very critical of things. And if something is just giving me these unrealistic expectations, then I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna go ahead and be like, you know, that's not how it is. But everything that they've given me, the water-based paint coating, wheel coating, you know, Synergy, which are really good, SiO2 Pro, which is a ceramic spray blend, everything. It's been great. So Detailground, I appreciate you guys sending me this stuff out again. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Again, check out detailground.com. Use my code down in the description to get 10% off your order. That helps this channel out. It helps them out as well. And if you do order it on Amazon, guess what? They are the shippers of it as well. So you might as well order it directly from their site and get a discount. That's all I got for you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And leave this video a like. It'll really help out this video and the channel, and I definitely appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one. Keep them clean. Have a good one.